Good afternoon, FlossTube. Welcome to Maine. My name is Tammy, and this is Stitching and Quilting. This is take 3 for today, so let's hope third time's the charm. That would be wonderful. Alright, so we're going to start with previous finishes, previous FFOs. So here we go. First off, we're going to start with this huge pillow. It's called the October 9 patch. It's from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this was done on an 11 count off-white Aida. It was before I learned about magnification. Now I know about magnification, I can do all the way up to 32 count Lugana, hopefully. We will find out. But I think this is really cute. I outlined it with candy corn fabric, and I put candy corn flannel on the back. Okay. This one was one I showed, it was a whip last week. I finished it on Saturday. This is Plum Street Samplers Fox Fear. Here we are. I love the little bees. I love the little hills the last one's standing on. And the flowers right here. The middles were actually supposed to be a white, but I did them in Twilight because that's what was on the pattern. I actually love that color. If I could do something monochromatic in just Twilight, I would. Okay. This is something I showed last week as well. This is called Salem's Tavern. This is from the 2022 Just Keep Cross Stitching magazine. It's from Pickle Barrel Designs, and it's done on a 14 count hand dyed fabric called Tarnished Gray from Fabric Flare. And this right here is an 8x8 piece of foam board attached to an 8x8 piece of canvas, and then the little foam board on the back. Wow, right here. We have this. This, I believe, is from the French Giraffe, I think. And I love the little paw print 16 count Aida. This is my dog's tree. My dog Patches. This is her Christmas tree. And these are little buttons that I glued on, and glued on the 2 buttons down here. This little frame thing here I got at Dollar General, and then when my husband took one look at it, he figured out how to make them, so if I want more I can just ask him. I think I might start putting like a little like a clip right here, so you can just change things out when you want to. This is my December Quaker from With Love Needle Arts by Wendy. I don't know what it is. I'm not a sampler person, but I love the little Quakers. I just love them. And this is a 8x10 canvas that I covered with fabric, and then folded this up, put the binding on it, and glued it down. It's not the best but you know, I can make a year's worth of these, and I can just change them out every month. No self-respecting Mainers should not have a moose in their house, as far as I'm concerned. That sounds silly, but, you know, same with the lobster, you know, the buoys. You're right next to the ocean, you know. We're not landlocked. I've only been in Maine since 2019, but still, I feel like I am definitely a Mainer. My aunt lives in Elliott, which is not far from here either. Okay, so this is Merry Christmas. Trying to figure out where to hold it. I did these. I did not use the called for. I pretty much used my own, you know, thoughts. The white around the hat is Frosty from Classic Colorworks. I think the brown is also Classic Colorworks, and this tan is also. And I think this maybe Weeks Dye Works Turkish Gray, Turkish Red. And then I just kind of put these little snowflake buttons, and then snowflake felt on the back. Okay. And all I need to do to really finish it is just put like a little hanger up here, and these faux rubber wood kind of hoops, they keep the material very, very tight, and they're great finish. I made one for a editor friend of mine who's in my networking group, and I did a little one about this big, like a 3-inch maybe, and it was she just recently got back from a trip from Italy, so I did the Italian stamp. It was really cute. Now this is a little penguin I got from a Lizzie Kate pattern. So snow. I used all the called for DMC, and I painted the wooden hoop reds, and I took a couple strands of green and red ribbon and I twisted them and glued them around as I was twisting. Then I put these little snowflake buttons on it, and the little tree, and a ribbon. And I thought this made kind of a cute ornament, and I also used the snowflake felt on the back. And I put a little batting in between. He's very cute. I like doing cute stuff from time to time. And then this is from Happiness on Etsy. It's a green Christmas tree. It says joy, love, peace, believe in Christmas. And that's all done in hold on, let me find it. It's on 16 count Icelandic beige, and the words are stitched in DMC 125. The trunk is stitched in Weeks Dye Works bark, and the star and the ornaments are various DMC colors. And the presents down below right here, these are all buttons that I sewed on. Or not sewed on, but glued on. And this hangs in my dining room. I do have to get something on the back, but this is done on a 8x7 8x10 canvas, and there's batting, cotton batting here that I glued onto the canvas, and then I just kind of glued the piece on as well. It's not gonna, the best finishing job, but it works, and that's all that matters. It's for me, so when I do things for other people, they're usually a little bit more professional. But for me, as long as it doesn't have any mistakes, I'm good. Okay. And then, oh, I forgot about this one. This is Boo Bash. And this was Primrose Cottage. It was done on a 14 count mocha. And I used all the called for classic colorworks. And I think this one right here and the other two that are in this color I love the most because it's Classic Colorworks Candy Corn. And this was whipped for the longest time because I just didn't want to finish that border. I didn't like the border. But I finally finished it. And I just mounted it on a 5x7 canvas with some batting. I painted the leaves. These are wood leaves. And this has got like a glittery effect to it. And my husband said it should have been rounded, but I kind of like it the way it is. This will go out on my entertainment center. Okay. All right. This is my shamrock. Here it is. So you might be able to see the opalescent. And it's 14 count. It's supposed to say love, and this was supposed to be the O, but I just like this part. So this is all I did, and I put shamrocks on the back. And stuffed it myself. I'm not very good at the hidden stitch, but I do try. And then this one is my, hold on, find it. This is my Furry Tales Valentine's Day mouse, which is done, I think, on a 16 count opal that I got on Etsy. I think he's very cute. Very, very cute, especially that sweater. And this was a lot of backstitching. I'm not much of a backstitcher, but I think it makes it pop on this. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like stitching mice, and that's okay. I don't like the real ones, but I don't mind stitching stuff like this. My problem is that I want to do Halloween at Hot Ground Hollow by Carriage House Samplings, I think it is. And number one, it's like a chart that's almost $35, $33. And it's number one. Number two is that in the top left corner block is a graveyard, which doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that there's a snake. I don't want to see snakes. I don't want to touch a snake. I sure as heck don't want to stitch a snake. I'm good with that. They creep me out and I'm scared to death. But, so I understand why people wouldn't want to, especially if they don't like mice. If they're scared of mice, I can see why they wouldn't want to stitch mice. But I think these kind of cute, but that's just me. Alright. This was the first thing I ever did on 25 count Lugana. Do I want to do anything more on 25 count Lugana? Actually, I do have a whip that's on 25 count Lugana. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for September, but I do know that I might be doing samplers. But then I got thinking about it, and there is a designer called the Stitcher Hood. And one of the things I'm doing is her cemetery, her Salem cemetery, which is a sampler. So I think it might be the Stitcher Hood September. Thinking. That's what I might do. I'll have to show it to you next week and see what you think. I'm going to give a couple of ideas out, and hopefully I'll get some good feedback. But this is done on 25 count bone Lugana. The hearts are done in DMC Etoile. This is C600, and I think this is C603. This one came out perfect, 0 issues. This one, really, I had to frog a lot, and I don't like to frog. I really don't like to frog, but, you know, it is what it is. And then we got this one. This is my little Easter bunny. This is a 4x4 white work rabbit or bunny. This was by the French Giraffe on Etsy. It's done in a model's brown with let me just check my notes here. Done this 3 times, so you'd think I know it, but I don't. They hurt, but I don't. It's a 4x4 white work bunny. It's stitched on a 16 count model brown Ada by the French Giraffe, and I used Anchor White. Now, Anchor White is much easier to stitch with than like DMC 3865 or just plain white or Ecru. I like using Anchor Black instead of 310, and I also like using Anchor White instead of regular DMC white. And it's even got the bunnies on the back. Like I said, I put these in my dough bowl, and I fill my dough bowl up with candy. So if the stitching, the hidden stitching isn't all that good, it's stuck down at the bottom with candy over it so nobody notices. Little trick, little tip. I was trying to top stitch with my sewing machine, but when they're full, it's hard to do. So I have figured out a couple of ways to do it. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing. I got to talk to my friend Christine. She showed me how to do a hidden stitch. I'm going to have to talk to her about it again because I don't remember how to do it. She does. I don't. My mother wasn't exactly what you'd call crafty. But that's okay. You know, not everybody's. She could knit. I can't knit. I don't even want to think about knitting. Alright, so those are my previous FFOs. Now, finishes. Now, I have some really cute finishes. That I'm particularly proud of. This is You Drive Me Batty. Now the letters are backwards, but that's the way it is for now. Until I can figure this whole YouTube thing out. I love the buttons. The spider buttons I got on Amazon. I just glued them on. This is from Pickle Barrel Designs. And it's done with Anchor Black and Weeks Dye Works Caper and Peoria Purple. I love this right here. This green is just, it's very muted, but I like it. So I think I'm gonna have to order some more of that. And then I have, this is the self-isolating bat from Night Spirit Studios on a 16 count Magical Mischief in DMC 2, 815, and 817. And I hope I have one of those faux wood boots that's like an oval. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I probably wasted a lot of the fabric, but I might be able to salvage some of it for something really small. I made sure and ironed these before I started. Now, this one is also from Night Spirit Studios, and when I posted this one, I had so many comments. I'll tell you what. I found out just how many husbands almost died because they used their wife's scissors. And that's what this is called. This is called scissors. And it says, he used my scissors to cut paper. And this is what happened to him when he did. In the coffin you go, buddy. My husband, I caught my husband doing that, except he used my fabric scissors for cutting vegetables in his garden. I was like, did you just use those for that? And he goes, yeah, but I washed them. No. They're yours now. You keep them. I'm going to wherever tomorrow and getting another pair of fabric scissors. What difference does it make? I'm like, they're for fabric only. So now I have two pairs. I have one in my craft room. I have one in my dining room. Okay. Let's go with some whips. I'm moving some stuff here. I'm in, as you can see, I'm in my husband's office. It's a little messy in here, but you know, it is what it is. So, I did work on my Judge Not. And here it is. I love those little sheep. This whole thing has gotten me, so I want to do more sheep. Thank you, Nancy from the Boozy Stitchers. You're such a wonderful person. She really is. I love her. She's great. And she is doing this one as well. So, the colors are just, they're just great. They're really colors. I can't wait to get to the red sheep. I am so looking forward to that red sheep. But those are the colors for that one. And I've got almost 4 done. I've been working on this since Monday. I outlined these two, filled in this one. Well, this one's almost filled in. I still have some more of the color through. This one I filled in. This one I filled in. This one's very confetti-ish. I can't really say it's confetti heavy, but it's got a lot of single stitches of just one color, and they're kind of sporadic. I love this brown one right here. Look at the variegation in that color. Oh. Oh. And then this one here, I have to fill in. And this is just 2 colors. But look at that brown. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. So I'm going to work on that until Saturday, and then it's going to go bye-bye for a while. Oh, hot. No air conditioning down here. That's alright. Okay. Now, I did do a couple other whips. Well, actually, I did a start and a whip. So, I'm going to show you this one. This one I started a while ago. This is from Riolis. It's called the Amethyst Butterfly. Look at those colors. Oh, I'm such a purple person. I always have been. Alright, and these are like a wool acrylic. And they have bigger kits, like on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I think some of them are basically full coverage. I haven't gotten into the full coverage yet, except for one small start on one. And I'll have to show that one to you because it doesn't look like much right now. But this I started a little while ago. I gotta get back to it because it'll probably be very easy to finish. But here it is. Here's my amethyst butterfly. And I got one wing done. And this is the bottom wing, I think. Nope. This is the top wing. And then this is, it's not quite done because you gotta bring this color up and around because that's the head. But like I said, everything looks backwards today and I apologize for that. I'm still getting used to this new thing, and my phone crapped out on me a couple of times. Like I said, this is the third time. So I'm just using my Kindle. I don't care if words are backwards at this point. I just need to get the content out. So, I worked on my Halloween Quaker. And here's the picture. It's black and white. Sorry. But I got the corner, this corner pretty much completed. And I finished the hat right here. And then I started working on this. Now, when I started working on this, that's where everything went to heck. I'll show you. So, here is my Halloween Quaker. And hold it this way. As you can see, this part is done. This is done. This right here is done. And then there's two small motifs here. This one is partially done. And then we have the hats, which I completed. And I started down here. So, needless to say, the bottom is off by one. So I've got to frog out one side and fix it. Because you could probably see it if you look close enough here. You can see that there's only one stitch here and there's supposed to be two. So I need to fix that before anything else. And I don't know when I'm going to work on this again. It's not going to be this coming Sunday. It'll probably be next Sunday. And before I start working on it, I will stitch out that spot. I will frog out that spot, and that'll be, and then I'll redo it and then start, you know, depending upon how much I get done from Judge Not. Okay. Now, this one I started on Saturday. This is called Meow Cat by Box and Fox, or Fox and Box on Etsy. I'm using mostly, the cat itself is a DMC black variegated. I don't remember the number. I think it's 53. So, and then down here, this little ledge here is DMC 317, which is a dark gray. And these are the paws of the cat right here. You got your eye, your ear. And then right up here, there's a couple of hearts. Now those hearts are going to be C600. And the nose down here is C603. So I don't know if I'm going to fill in the little spots that are open in the ears, because I didn't with the eyes. It's supposed to be just one color, and the one color is DMC 310. I decided to make it a little bit more colorful because it's for my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law had a cat quite a while ago that was a gray cat, gray and white cat. So this is just a piece of scrap pink 16 count Ida that I got from Amazon. And so I have my little cat here, and the cat was gray and white, and his name was Grazer because he liked to go outside and eat grass, I guess. So my mother-in-law is a very kind of depressed lady, and not very many things make her happy, except for her cats. So I'm doing something to make her happy and making her not one cat that looks like Grazer, but two. Anything to make my mother-in-law happy. Okay, so this coming Sunday, I'm going to work on this. And this, I don't have a picture for. I'll have to print one out when I have my husband change the ink in the printer. I think those are full. But this is Salem 1692. Don't remember who did it. Hold on, I'll find out. Okay. My book. Alright, Meow Cat. Box and Fox. Okay. And then Salem 1692 sampler is done by Witch Garden Crafts. And I restarted this on July 24th, 2023. And I'm using 16 count touch of gray, and on the pattern I got the inch height and width, and then I added 3 inches all the way around, and I started in the left hand corner. Oh, there's Miss Patches again. So, and I'm using all the call for DMC. So I think this is going to be my Sunday stitch. Hi! How you doing? Huh? You want to say hi? No? You want to say hi to everybody? No? Okay. So, I did that, and so I'm trying to think of what to do for next month. I might do the Stitcherhood September. I just thought that would be a good idea. I don't know. I've got plenty of her patterns that I could do. And I could also work on the cemetery, which I want to get done because I have an autumn gnome that I did. And I did 3 other small pieces, very small. And I want to turn it into wall hanging for fall and Thanksgiving. So I want to get the sampler done, plus a couple other small Halloween ones, and turn that into a wall hanging for Halloween in October. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we can try. Oh, my hair, sweating, natural curl. I haven't worked on John Adams or the Addams Family. I'm going to. But I decided, and I ordered some of the threads that I was missing for the snort stack. Sorry for the glare, I'll take it out. Alright. Here it is. Plum Seed Samplers, the snort stack. And I think these pigs are just absolutely adorable. And a lot of the colors that were in the Fox Few are in this one too. That's why I didn't have to buy very much, because I still have some left over. So, and I don't know, but I'll have to check the pattern. But I'm wondering if these flowers down here are the seafoam that were in the Fox View. We'll have to see. Alright, I'm gonna throw some quilting in here. Maybe I'll do the haul next week. It's just because I'll have some more haul next week, so I might as well get haul all in one. I don't plan on ordering anything, hopefully, but then again, you never know. So, what I have now, my business is called Made with Love Custom Quilts, and we are in Maine. I've been doing this whole quilting thing for approximately, I think this is my second year. This year has not been a good year. The beginning of the year I was very depressed and very tired all the time, and I had a really hard time walking from my door to the mailbox. So stitching actually helped. Quilting I didn't do as much as I probably should have at the beginning of this year. Trying to make up for it now. Am I doing a good job with that? Maybe. Got a lot of orders. I have some baby quilts that need to be done soon. I have one order that really should be done. I haven't done it yet. Hello. And I just haven't had the energy. And so it's been very difficult. But anyway. So, yes, I know, I hear him. Alright, so we'll start with these. These are little cell phone cases. I actually use my daughter's cell phone because she's got a newer one than I do to measure these. This one is got rainbow stars. And I don't know if you can see them, but silver stars, gray stars on the inside with black. And this does fit her cell phone perfectly. It may be a little bit longer than her cell phone, but it's okay. And then I have this one. This one's poppies. And this part didn't come out as well as I was hoping, so I have a feeling I'm going to just keep this one. And then, or, you know, I charge about $12 for a cell phone case. Give it to them for $6. And it's got like glittery bees on the inside. And then this one, love this fabric. It's so cute. This is cats in the coffee cup. And those flowers are just gorgeous flowers. And in this one, I used, just a pink heart gingham. I because some of them have pink. Not much. More of a peach. And then I have this. This is called the mug rug. Now, you can use this two ways. You can either, you know, put it on your desk and put your coffee cup, teacup, whatever, soda, whatever on it. Or, if you're lazy like I am, you like to sit and watch FlossTube while you're eating dinner. There you go. Put it on your hand, put your plate there, eat away, you're good to go. So, this one is the Beescape, or Skip, or Skep, whatever they call it. Bees have been my thing this year. This is the Dog Mom. And these are all about anywhere from, depending upon the size, $6 to $8. And we have little puppies on the back. I actually made one of these for myself. And I used the same Nemo fabric. This block is called a bow tie. And this block here is called a fur patch. And then this would be a set of kitties. Kitty tie. This is a bow tie block. And we have, now if you're buying a set, they usually are probably $10, which isn't bad. I don't charge much for my stuff. Probably should. And then of course, I mean I'm a transplant nainer, I think I have both. So there's the moose. And this is a set as well. So 2 of them. And we have like a few models on the back. So those are just some of the things that I make. I hear a little bit of the crash maybe. Oh, okay. Now, one of the ladies in my networking group had a birthday in June. And I wasn't, I think I showed back up at the last week of June. Because I was out for a while because of the surgery. Couldn't drive for a while, couldn't move, everything hurt. Everything still hurts, but that's just normal. Tammy, you're getting old kind of thing. So, this one, this is a book sleeve, or an e-reader sleeve, or whatever. I know it fits a Kindle, let's put it that way, because I have a Kindle Fire 8, and my daughter has a Kindle Fire 10, I believe, and it fits in here. Well, this lady likes frogs. Takes all kinds. So I found this pattern, and it had a whole bunch of other stuff with it, but I just used the frog. That's all I wanted. Unfortunately, this does not fit in this iPad, and that's what she has. So I need to make her another one to put on an iPad. I gotta make sure I write those down so I can. Now this was the first book sleeve I made. Gnomes. And the fabric in the camera looks blue, and it's actually a green. So you're not getting the true color, but that's okay. It's got an orange polka dot inside. And this one does fit a Kindle Fire 10. Okay, now, I know there's a lot of people out there that drink tea. A lot of people use tea bags. So, I found this pattern on how to make a teacup with a pocket. It was a holiday one. I got thinking about it, and I said, do I really want to cut out all those little pieces and kind of put them together and hope they all match up? Nope. I didn't want to. So I said, okay. So I took a basic 4-patch and added a pocket to it. And a lot of people put honey in their tea, so I kept with the bee theme. And this is called Tassino Dandelion Turmeric Tea. It's caffeine free. I mean, I love this brand of tea because it doesn't taste like tea. And it's caffeine free. It has probiotics. It's herbal. It's basically no fat, no nothing. Which for me, you could have seen my first video. I look like a beach whale on the beach. It's terrible. So, these are probably anywhere from $6 to $8 if you want a set. 12 to 14 possibly. At the end of this month in Wells, Maine, for all of you who live in Maine, there is a chili cook-off, and they also have a craft fair going at the same time. I will be there. So Made with Love Custom Quilts will be there. So hopefully, and if you see me, if you'd please come over and say hello, I really appreciate it. Thanks. But this is a bigger book sleeve, and I figured maybe it'll fit, the medium size iPad, because I have a small, medium, and large iPad. This is just sunflowers, and it is quilted. Sometimes I remember to quilt the bag, sometimes I don't. But anyway, this has got hearts, brown hearts inside, which I kind of thought went quite well with the middle of the sunflowers. Now, you can use this for a book if you want to. You don't have to. This is, I think, an 8 or a 9-inch hoop. It's one of those spring ones. I like these because they tend to keep the fabric tight. You just put it in here with your pattern. If you have an Oceans bag, put the Oceans bag in there. Or if you have one of those little needle boxes, or whatever you pack up. You can carry your scissors as long as they've got like the little covers or the little tip guards on them. And then you snap it up, put it in whatever bag you're taking, wherever you're going, and you have a different kind of project bag. And these are anywhere from $12 to $15 if you're interested. Alright, I need my hoop back for the next one. Now this one I'm particularly proud of. This is a patriotic bag. I did quilt it with like a swirly stitch. You can see it better on the inside. This is the inside fabric, which is all stars, and there is the quilting part of it. Granted, I do straight lines and I stitch in the ditch. But until I can figure out how to use my mid-arm quilting machine, which I've had for a year and a half, and I have yet to do anything other than straight lines, figure I need to work on my straight lines first. So this is the fabric on the inside. It's just patriotic stars. And then in here, get your little hoop. Or maybe it would take, I know it will take a 6x6 Q-snap, or it might even take an 8x8, because it, let's try it, right? So, put all your stuff in here. You know, your fabric, your pattern, your notions bag, if you have one, your little thread bag. I mean, I know how to make little notions bags. I have to learn how to put a zipper in. I do know that. I have somebody who wants a notions bag for her mouse in Turkey. So I gotta get that to her. She likes coffee and moons, dragons, and something else. Cats. Alright, then I made this big one. Now inside this big one, and I like the snaps. I know a lot of people like zippers, but until I can learn how to put a zipper in, I'm not gonna worry about it. I did not quilt this one. I completely squirrel, you know, that kind of thing. But I was able to make a thread bed that matches, and it does work quite nicely. It's just a piece of leftover fusible fleece that I got. That was used fusible fleece for these. I use cotton batting for like the mug rugs and the quilts and the bowl cozies, which I have some over here. I gotta show you. But I thought the fusible fleece would work, and I put some floss on it, turned it upside down, and didn't move, so it does work. So I just have to make a little notions bag to go with it. It's going to have the pine cones as well. So that I'll get back to in a minute. Okay, hold on. Alright. Oh, jeez. Let's go over. When I first saw these, I never thought I'd use them. And then I have a friend who got in touch with me, and she's like, Timmy, do you think you could do this? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. So she asked me to make her 2 baby Yoda, or baby Grogu. I think that was pre-Grogu. Bowl cozies. Okay. Alright, I'll try. So, I watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to make them, and once I figured out how to make them, I've been going to town. I actually have one for myself, and I have one for my husband, and I have one for my daughter. My daughter's is Hello Kitty. My husband's is Doctor Who. Watch PBS, you know who Doctor Who is. And mine is Piplu's. I have a Piplu. I have Piplu's. Name patches. So this is a hunting dog one. I think it's yellow, some sort of retriever. I don't know. Possibly some labs. They're cute. And then I put brown polka dots inside. And then, what do I call this one? Mainly moose. So, yeah. It's the blue moose fabric, bears, wolves, foxes. All kinds of cute little things. If you're going camping. And it's how you spell Maine, and then Lee. Oops. Okay. I got a couple of fox ones here. So here's the this is the fox fabric on the outside. Aren't they handsome? And I matched it up with a light fox fabric on this, or a light fabric, light gray fabric. Oh my goodness, words are hard. On the inside. And then we have a Halloween one. It's got ghosts and pumpkins and other things. It's kind of cute. And we got skeletons on the inside. The thing about these skeletons, though, is they glow in the dark. And they really glow in the dark. I need to get some more glow in the dark fabric. Because I love Nightmare Before Christmas. So. Then I get this one. And I found this in some fabric that somebody had given me, gifted me. And it's golfers. Made one for my dad, because he likes to golf. 75 years old, he can't stand up straight, but he likes to golf. And then I kind of matched the golfer's color, this color here. See, light color with the inside, which is kind of a light tan. So, that's all I've got. Oh, I do have some more stuff, but that's all I got for today. Because 3 times the charm. So let's hope this uploads. Yeah. My, what was I going to say? Oh, this, I'd like to give a small shout out to a couple of people. There is a lady called Lee who is in Washington State. She does, her FlossTube channel is called Sticks, Strings, and Other Things. And she does samplers. And when I say she does samplers, she does like huge samplers. Full coverage on very tiny coverage. Like, she's got one that's on 52 count. I don't know how she does it. No. She also does a lot of 40 count, and some of the samplers that she does are just absolutely gorgeous. She's also a prolific knitter. Shawls, cardigans. She just finished a cardigan. Gorgeous colors. Gorgeous colors. She's working on a t-shirt type sweater. Hats, gloves, socks. Socks. Oh my god, the socks are amazing. And I want to thank Carla from Carla Being Crafty for shouting me out. I really appreciate that. And I want to thank all of you who have liked, subscribed, and whatever you do. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm hoping to, you know, if I get more subscribers. If not, I'll still do it. You know, I kind of got a taste for it now. So, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to try to make money off of this if, you know, it's not, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it so I can get feedback from all of you about if you like my stuff or not. And that's what I want to do. Like I said, it's a long one because we're at like an hour, over an hour. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will get the date of that craft fair in Wells. From what I understand, the chili is very good. I don't know. I don't eat chili. There's a lot of things I can't eat due to medical issues. It's not fun getting old. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's get off the ramble. Like I said, I hope you like, subscribe, and whatever, and maybe next week, because I've decided I'm going to do this weekly, we'll have a surprise. Have a good weekend, everybody.